your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Donuts.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you're not a bad-looking man, Mr. Gals.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
There's something wrong with us. Something very, very wrong with us.
Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, yeah.
This episode of More Stories is brought to you by Stamps.com. There's no doubt small business operations have improved over the years because of technology that includes mailing and shipping, and that is thanks, my friends, to Stamps.mothereffing.com. With Stamps.com, sponsors love when you swear in the middle of the read. With Stamps.com, buy and print official U.S. postage using your own computer and printer whenever you need it, 24/7. No more wasting time at the post office. That's for losers. No need to lease an expensive postage meter unless you have like a postage meter fetish.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
In which case, I'd like to meet you. And here we are. Mick Foley is a postage meter fetish. Stamps.com offers more features than a meter and at a fraction of the price. Plus, Stamps.com customers receive special discounts on mailing and shipping you can't even get at the post office, dude. On priority mail, express mail, and more. It's no wonder Stamps.com customers have already printed over $3 billion in postage. In case you're wondering, that's how many stitches Mick Foley has. 3 billion. That's with a B, as an ouch. I use Stamps.com. You should too. Use my last name, Mohr, M-O-H-R, for my special offer. No risk trial plus a $110 bonus offer. That includes a digital scale up to $55 free postage. Look, guys, this is one of the first sponsors of the More Stories podcast. Reward them for that. Let them know you're hearing them. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage. Type in Mohr, M-O-H-R. That's Stamps.com. Enter Mohr. Also, don't forget, guys, Amazon.com through jmohr.com. Go to jmohr.com, click the Amazon link, and buy all your Christmas presents, like maybe the Mick Foley DVDs that are out there floating around. Mick Foley.
Or the Most Miserable Christmas is literally under, it's under $11, and you use that Super Saver shipping. You can't go wrong.
How is it under 11? It just keeps getting cheaper and cheaper.
I was shocked to see how cheap it was because 10, 11 years ago, when I did, 12 years ago, when I did my first children's book, I think it was $20. And this is a quality children's book. This is a good children's book. And when I saw it, I went, 11? Like, okay, I'm not going to see too much out of this book, which was never the goal anyway. But I was happy to be able to tell people, hey, it's a tough economy. It's really not very expensive.
What was the starting price when your children's book dropped? As the rappers say, yo, I got a new children's book dropping.
What is the what? Do we have a book here, Adam?
Yes. Don't ask
See
Adam
what
questions.
no, Adam's got
Adam's
the
gonna get all
goods, man.
confused.
He's an organizational guy.
Adam ran Linda McMahon's Connecticut campaign. We're talking, of course, of Adam Horovitz from the Beastie Boys, who's sitting across from me right here. $16.99.
Drop it to 11.
What is it called?
A Most Miserable Christmas.
Oh, that's
It's
coming
good.
with me.
Here's the deal.
That's coming with me.
Yeah, take it, man.
Because
I'll sign it for
I
you.
got two boys. This is great.
Here's the. You want to hear the? This is the. I love the world I live in. It's just filled with contrasts and paradoxes. I was over in Korea, and I realized I had a copy of my book, so that once CM Punk became a bad guy, it kind of ruined the whole marketing plan of him being the offbeat, new kid in class who stands up to the bully. It's like he can't come out with it, he can't tweet about it. He's a bad guy. He's really really good at it. So my marketing plan became: I've got the book in Korea. I'm supposed to be doing comedy shows. I'm going to read the last 5 pages so that I can then say, I've read this book to American service members. So we go with the patriotic thing. And the only reason I had the book with me is because I didn't get a chance to send it out to the person I was supposed to send it out to was adult film star Trina Michaels, and I just didn't get a chance to send it to her.
A sick child in their bed.
You'd think
It's like,
so, right?
please, Mick, if you could just my dying wish, and you're like, oh, I forgot to send it to that sick kid. I'll use it to my advantage. But no, it was an adult film star.
Yeah, and great. What people don't understand about
You have a very diverse audience.
if you were
Mick Foley.
able to befriend and earn the trust of an adult film star, you get a really special side that no one else gets to see because everything else is there. It's visible.
Yeah, the inside.
Exactly.
You get to see their
So I
insides.
get to see the outside. You know what I'm saying. But
How many children's books have you written?
I've written 4. The last one was 8 years ago, and when I came back into the fold with WWE, the last one I thought it was very good. It was called Tales from Rescue Lane, but didn't sell well. Tales from Rescue Lane. Didn't sell well, so there was no demand for a sequel. But when I came back into the WWE fold, the last thing I said to the person in charge was, "Hey, I really want to do another children's book, and it's not about the money. I really just want to have something out there with a positive message. We'll do fun. We'll get into some fun stuff later, right? I'm not killing the show right off the bat.
You got to listen. The listeners, a lot of them are right now going, "What? This is fun stuff. Don't worry."
Okay.
I'll jerk the car
All right.
off the median
if
we
we
hit
really
it.
need to change the
Do
direction.
you have a children's book? Like, what's the latest, newest one? Or are you working on it now?
This is the one.
This one,
Most miserable
a most
Christmas
miserable
just
Christmas.
came out.
And by the way, nice use of the inverted WWE logo on the cover. You know where your bread's buttered.
Yeah.
You're a company man, Mick Foley.
Well, that's the Miz's deal. His thing, to turn it upside down. It's good. I think people like it. It tells a nice story. Parents enjoy reading it to their kids as much as kids enjoy having it read to them. So that's my plug for my current project.
Well, no, we're going to plug it again as we go through. You got to go, well, hell, I'll plug my own shit then. Go to jmohr.com, click the Amazon link, and for Christmas, buy A Most Miserable Christmas by
Well
Mick
done.
Foley. And Mick Foley, by the way, is an actual best-selling author of books, like grown-up books.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I've had, I've written, this is my 10th book, and 5 of them have hit the bestseller list. 3
How
memoirs.
do you type with those sausage-like fingers?
I don't type. I write by hand. I still do. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I got all the.
That's how Rob Lowe wrote his book. He
Really?
said.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's one of 14 things I've documented that you have exactly in common with Rob Lowe. It's like the Kennedy-Lincoln thing. It's like Mick Foley, Rob Lowe. It's spooky.
Really?
Rob Lowe at a secretary. No.
I don't hear the Rob Lowe Mick Foley link
No, I just
very
pulled
often.
it out of my ass. You know the thing about Lincoln and Kennedy?
Oh yeah, that Kennedy was spilled
Kennedy's-
log cabin syrup in the back of a Lincoln.
Kennedy's secretary's name was Lincoln. Lincoln's Kennedy. Lincoln's secretary's name was Kennedy. I Google searched Mick Foley.
Don't do that. Don't.
The first thing that came up was Mick Foley should be dead.
Oh, that's encouraging. Yeah.
Then I went through your YouTube list, which Mick Foley is astounding. Mick Foley slammed face first into thumbtacks.
Yeah.
Edge spears Mick Foley onto burning table. Cactus, this is my personal favorite.
All right.
Cactus Jack falls through cage through ring. That one was so alarming to me because it's like an 18-foot, if I'm going back to my Snooker Don Morocco days, that was like an 18-foot cage.
What was amazing about the Snook and Don Morocco thing, the cell that I fell off of and through was a legit 16 feet.
Okay.
But just to show you the power of marketing, I mean, I grew up going in and talking to my friends, you want to see Snook and Morocco? It's a 15-foot steel cage. And when you go back and watch the match, you're like, well, Jimmy Snook appears to be about 14 feet tall because this cage is only a foot
Just
taller
over
than
the
Jimmy.
turnbuckle.
It didn't matter. It's just you kept repeating it. And so people will say, like, they have in their mind, he fell 40 feet.
As many times as Lord Alfred Hayes says, crushing blow to the lumbar region from the 14-foot cage. Lumbar region. Just say back.
Gorilla
Don't educate me.
Gorilla Monsoon was the best of that because Gorilla went from a guy who was non-speaking from. Help me out here, Adam. Where was Gorilla from? He was
Parts unknown.
no, it wasn't parts unknown.
Stillwater, Texas.
No, it's going to come to me.
Verona, New Jersey.
No, it was
Falls?
not Mongolia, but one of those type of outer places somewhere in the wilds of Russia. he went from being the non-speaking behemoth to being the play-by-play man who would refer to a fall in the back of the head as the external octuberal protuberance. And that's
Crushing
the guy.
blow to the sternum. It's a chest, bro.
No, it's the external octuberal protuberance if you're a wrestling fan.
I just said Brian Koppelman, screenwriter. He did a pat.
I know Brian.
Yeah, he's told me to tell you hello.
Yeah.
First of all, he texted me this morning, and he said, he goes, one of the most traumatic moments of his childhood was when Gorilla Monsoon got a perm.
Oh, I can see that.
He's like, this
Manchuria.
is a guy.
Manchuria.
He's from Manchuria. He was the original No, he wasn't. He was the second Manchurian candidate after Sinatra. No, it was Lee Harvey. Jesus, somebody. Harvey Lee.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
No, they made the movie The Manchurian Candidate. But who cares about that?
Sinatra was the Manchurian candidate.
No, his friend was.
Oh yeah, okay.
Sinatra had to go rescue him.
Okay, good movie.
Great movie. You when you fell through that cage, that was Hell in a Cell, right?
That was my second. That was my third ever Hell in a Cell. Actually, fourth. Second that people remember though. I had the big one with the Undertaker. I narrated the Hell in a Cell DVD, and I didn't even remember that we had a tag team match leading up to that.
How could you after a fall like that? You probably keep your address in your pocket.
Long-term memory is awesome. That was the only time in my career during that Hell in a Cell that, I was actually out, where time elapsed. Wasn't aware of where to go.
In that particular match when you got dropped through the cell and through the ring?
No, that one I was actually fine after. That was my original retirement. I'm not sore.
Totally normal.
But basing it, comparing it to the 1998 cell where, I had a tooth stuck in my nose and it went to I spent 4 hours in the emergency room. That was a rough one. That was when I called home afterwards, 4 hours after the fact. I forgot to call home. That's a cardinal. Is it a cardinal rule?
Yeah.
So, cardinal rule at my house, I have to call home. Bishop rule.
Monsignor rule?
Yeah. I ran into the cardinal yesterday. Believe it or not, I said, hey, who's that guy with the cardinal? This was raising money for...
Albert Pujols?
What? Good one. He looked like Irish tenor Ronan Tynan.
You say so.
And I got a little
Dennis
edgy.
Miller now with the references?
Tynan
This
and
guy
I...
looked like Ronan Tynan, babe. I go to the bishop with the funny hat. It's like Ronan Tynan's about to sing to me, chick.
Ronan Tynan reference?
Ronan Tynan and I had
Mick Foley?
words at a benefit. Yeah, we did.
Well,
words with Ronan Tynan.
He's a mouthy prick.
He looks at me and he goes...
Singing all the time.
He goes, Sierra Mick Foley, because we got the little badges. We're doing a benefit show, like a play for kids with facing physical challenges. He goes, Sierra Mick Foley. I said, yeah. He goes, I heard you took a shot at me. A shot?
Really?
He said, you said I ruined the whole show last year. And I wrote about it, and I talked about how the sports stars they do the show with along with like Dorothy Hamill and JoJo Starbuck and Sarah Hughes, and then here I am as a wrestler, and they usually have me cross-dressing in the play and lip syncing, and I said everything was going well until Irish tenor Ronan Tynan had to go and ruin it by wowing the crowd with "God Bless America" and a
complete compliment.
Yeah. And the only thing he got out of it is somebody said, Ronan Tynan ruined the show. So I thought, what kind of word, it's a kind of a cool world where you're having words with the Irish tenor backstage at a children's benefit show.
You get so injured, like it became almost your calling card. Like you're the guy that'll roll around in broken glass, and like I want you to hit me in the face with the chair. I dare you to hit, like Robert Conrad knocked this battery off my shoulder.
Oh yeah.
How strange is it to be so loved for getting so hurt? Is there any part during a match where you're confused? Why is everybody cheering at all this blood and all this?
Well, at a certain point, there was this momentum change where people literally would come up to me and they would say, like, you don't need to do this anymore. Like, please don't do it. Like, once the people got to feel like they knew the character, for years, my character had been built as being the guy, he thrives on pain and he loves the pain. And I would try going to the announcers and say, no, this is not how I want the character portrayed. Like, that doesn't make you tough. Like, carrying on despite the pain makes you tough.
Right.
And especially when I became a good guy, it's like, how do you get sympathy when you're the guy who's been built up for 3 years is loving pain? And the truth is, even if I thrived on it in the sense that I needed a little bit to remind me of who I was, especially when I made these comeback matches, like kind of jolt me into reality, like somebody who slaps their face before before a big scene, even, But I mean, you need that little thing. But for anyone who's seen me like try to tackle a flight of stairs, like there is no love affair with pain. Like we're way too well associated.
You hurt just like everyone else.
Yeah, I've hurt.
How much